Steve, we're the only ones drinking pints, and fucking Afro Man is kind of just joining in the conversation with it.
That is so bizarre. It's actually mad. Like
I was going, oh man, I thought that Egypt would never get away from. Now he's after following us.
like
home.
I have. This is pub talk.
This is the Mouldy Badger.
Yeah, sure. Which camera who's talking to? Yeah, well, we're here in the Mouldy Badger, lads.
Talking about the price of materials going through the roof.
Really? Yeah.
The price of fuel is obviously there's no fire on it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Fuck's sake.
Yeah,
The price of brick is actually brick is still go up in price. I think
They did, yeah. And I tell you, the economy in the Mouldy Badger, we've been just making a loss after a loss every week.
yeah, you can see.
COVID hammered us hard.
This place no longer looks like a pub.
No, and you can smell.
We're getting back there.
There's a smell of badger off it. From
Mouldy Badger.
Yeah, Mouldy Badger.
But yeah, Stevie's after just right there before we started named this pub, which will transform more into a pub. What did not really? It's not a public place, but where did the inspiration come from for the Mouldy Badger?
I have no idea. You just said pub name, and first thing that came to my head was Mouldy Badger, and you all went, yeah.
Why does that work? Why
an animal that's deteriorating, like that's like
It's an accurate description of most
you go in
people
there
a
and
pub,
deteriorate, like.
Were you getting, were you getting a smell, Stevie?
Oh, I don't know now. I can't really say.
Yeah.
The cameras are on now. I can't be saying that.
But,
So like I suppose
fully licensed premises, fully fire compliant.
yeah. So I suppose explain the concept show, but like, they're probably thinking like, oh, you're going to see our faces again, loads. We're not. We're just trying to get this thing up and going. This is basically a test run of it. The plan is to go back to when we used to do the Green Sheep, which is actually we were the first 4 on the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
So
I never saw that.
yeah, when we
That's
get
class. We were.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And but like and the whole plan anyway was, the thing I liked about that was like the ever rotating random hosts and like different guests, and so like the plan anyways down the line is to have all sorts of people come in who don't want to be the main part, like who are worried about being the main focus attention and are nervous, so they can just come in, have a drink, relax in the Mouldy Badger
And talk shite.
a Mouldy Badger.
Yeah.
What?
They could sing a song or.
Oh yeah,
do
so
a
we're gonna.
poem.
Yeah, that was a good idea you had as well. At the end, we'll like have like a bit of a song.
or a poem
Yeah.
or any party piece. You can get up on the table and.
I was actually going to ask you that.
Really?
I think it's just be capable of holding
I think so. Yeah.
a grown man.
Yeah,
Hopping from one leg to the other.
I love the idea of somebody tap dancing on the table.
That would be cool. Yeah, sure, we'll work on it and we'll get there. And
There is a guy I know that does that. I think he lives in Lahinch. I saw him out in Holy Cross at Mary Scott's party barrel dancing, I think it's called.
Really?
Get up in a barrel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just tap dance.
Oh, yeah.
You know that guy?
No, but I've heard of people. I've heard of the idea of it. Like,
Yeah, I saw him then in the news agents in Lahinch, and I said, "You're the guy that was at Mary Scott's party." So if I see him again, I'll see.
can you get him on?
I'd
That'd be
love
cool.
I can't remember what he looks like. Other than that, he was in Mary Scott's tap dancing on a barrel one Sunday or May Day party,
Yeah.
and then about a week later, I met him in Lahinch. Yeah,
Well,
That's mad.
like the dancing at the crossroads. I mean, that was
What was that?
Brilliant.
the
yeah.
done thing,
It
wasn't it?
was, yeah.
What's dancing at the crossroads?
They would just have an hour.
Like actually at a crossroads?
Yeah, and
Like a fiddler, the local lad that could play a tune, would be sitting up there on a log or on a ditch or on something,
Yeah.
and they'd say, "Oh, he's above,"
No way.
and they'd say, "We go up,"
they put a bit of
and you
flour
go
there
up, and you just
on a bit of timber. And
That's mad. I fair respect people who just dedicate themselves to something that's so small, but they make it something that's so theirs. It's class.
yeah.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever made it in your? Well, you had a really cool idea. We haven't made it happen yet, but the matches are coming back now.
oh yeah.
The county session songs thing. We actually talked about that in the first episode, but we've probably different viewers now. What was that again like?
That was so there's people travelling from Waterford in the car up, or from Dublin or Galway. They're driving to Thurles. They used to drive to Thurles. We pull up this far, we pull up 2 miles outside the town. That's the ditch we pull into. We walk in, go into the match, and there's the kind of there's the rhythm of it. Whether they have the sandwiches or whatever.
About the car, yeah.
But what if we just snuck in a little group of Hugh there playing,
Lovely.
let's say Clare lads, and you'd have a few banner tunes,
Class.
and they'd be coming in, they'd be saying, Jesus, thanks lads, and they'd be singing themselves, and they'd be joining in. And
So cool.
I love that. Like, I remember thinking then we talked about like sort of the idea of like it's nearly like the Battle of the Bands, but you have like county. You know, you could have if Clare are playing Cork or whatever. You'd have people doing Clare songs and early people doing Cork songs then. Or
This is it. You could get a bit of heckling or a bit of...
Yeah.
You could get a bit rowdy and, love it.
Yeah. We actually we just passed a bunch of rowdy Cork lads outside the county there. Why? There's Cork lads every week now in Thurles.
There was Cork. They won the under 20, was it?
Is that
Is that the All Ireland
Under 21s was the other day.
here last week as
And
well.
today, what's going on?
That was last
I
week.
don't know
They won
what
the
it's
21s.
I don't know. It's Cork again, anyway.
That's so bizarre. Why is there seems to be a lot more matches in Thurles? I reckon my theory was that because the stadium is big enough, they're stopped doing them in smaller stadiums like the stadium in Portlaoise and stuff like that, and they're just probably doing them all here. Well, like as many as I don't know because it's just so.
That's grand. Won't complain.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
take
good.
all
I
the
think there was
matches.
always a
Yeah.
fair few matches. Maybe we're just noticing more because it was so quiet for so long.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Maybe actually, yeah, it's true. I
Did
don't
any
know.
of you go off to matches in cars as kids? Like,
Just I've never been to a match in a stadium other than when I was in primary school. I played in a school. Well, I say I played. I was on the sub bench for a school county final thing.
No way.
Other than that, I've never been in Semple Stadium.
So you won the sub bench for the school? Okay, for what, hurling or soccer? Or?
Hurling, yeah, but like I was so shy at hurling. Like there'd be lads like 2 or 3 years younger than me making the team ahead of me. Like,
Did you? Why did you do it? You just sorry because that was just
I'm sure we had to. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
there was
right,
no
yeah.
real option.
There was
like.
no holistic reason. Like, you're like,
And it was either that,
Tag out.
it was either it's either go to the match or like be stuck in school doing fucking whatever.
which I often did.
I did that in secondary school. I just used to stay.
Did you play hurling?
No, give it up when I was 7.
Yeah.
Thought putting in the helmet and the hurley was an extra burden. Like,
another
Yeah.
yeah,
Jesus, you're ahead of the curve. That one.
I don't know.
It took me to 15 to figure that out.
Oh,
I didn't give it up until I was 15.
I only really
The
did it
addiction.
in primary school. Like I didn't go like training or anything with the club. Like and in secondary school, I just couldn't be arsed. Like it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure out how else to get validated as a human in Ireland, so I kept doing it.
yeah, right, yeah.
It took me a while to figure out there's other ways.
Keep the
I
sun
didn't
shining
I
on you.
didn't really
Yeah.
enjoy like kind of casually playing hurling, like going up the road and having a few pucks, like and just kind of playing
Yeah, I
down the
love the
spoke and all
sport.
that kind of stuff, or like
Yeah.
even just going in goals for like lads taking shots and stuff. Like I don't know, I enjoyed all that, but it was when it came to actually being part of the team and playing, I just couldn't be arsed. Like.
Certainly as an
Yeah.
adult, I have kind of refound the Crawford, like
Yeah.
pucking a ball
What
to
about
another
your
lad.
kids? Do they like?
We're going up to Thurles Scales there, and it's not optional. Like we simply are going to the training,
Yeah.
and they haven't like booked yet.
That's
But
so nice.
yeah, I think as an adult, I see the value of it.
What age is the kid that would go?
Nell is 7, Joe's 5, so it's an under 7s group.
Cool, yeah.
That's cool. Thurles Scales are really such a cool club. I
There's
used
an
to
under 5s group as well, actually.
Is there?
have
Yeah,
they?
no,
That's
so that-
mad.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's lovely. It's adorable.
I went training with Drum and Inch Club actually a few times now that I remember. Like I didn't go for long, but I remember at one stage because one of my friends was like giving me the lift out there. But I turned up one day and there was like some kind of blitz or a few matches going on.
Yeah.
So I turned up to play. I think it was under 10s or under 12s at the time. It was it was under 10s. So I turned up to play under 10s for drum, but the other team were missing players. So I was like, "Oh, sure, you can play for the other team." And I was like, "Grand." But I ended up playing under 8s. So I turned up to play under 10s for my own club and I ended up playing under 8s for a different club. And it was just pure bizarre. I scored a goal, like, so I was delighted. But
Yeah, and you had a good day out, like.
I was part of the
Yeah.
reason why my old club lost, so they should have thought about that before they gifted me over so quick.
Yeah. What about you, Hugh? Did you ever play?
Yeah, that's what the monument inside the wall is about. Like that.
Oh
hurling.
yeah, the hurley on
Yeah,
our other episodes.
Yeah. That's Dorlis Olga on a Saturday morning going down on the BMX.
Yeah.
It wasn't a BMX, it was a fake BMX, but down there with the hands frozen off you in the Scolalva yard, and you're mating the ball along the yard. And then you get somebody tackle you, and you were like, what were you in first class or senior infants or whatever they have? And then these lads, there'd be lads coming in from the country that'd shave on the team, you know what I
They'd
mean?
shave, yeah.
They'd be shaving like at 12,
Yeah.
and they'd bust you like, and then you're down on the tarmac and you're bleeding, and oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, was I ready for the physicality? Like,
Oh, no,
at 8 or 9, I was.
Go on,
Yeah.
you wine, you wine.
Let's fly, let's fly.
Bust him.
Oh no, hang on a second now.
Like, the lads getting cut open and
The
everything.
old knuckles and
That's
everything.
right, yeah. There was no training at all. It was just let lads flake each other in the yard.
Yeah.
They hadn't worked out that there's kind of skills and stuff involved. It's just who can bust who.
There was great value in just seeing the hurleys
so
fucking
like
go.
that, for about a
Yeah.
year or two of that, I just thought I'd rather watch Scooby-Doo on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think I was the same. I was looking for the escape hatch, like.
Scooby-Doo.
There's mortal danger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the Christian brother that was running it, like he thought he was going into battle, like, and it was like, yeah,
Too
roaring.
fucking hyped, yeah.
Yeah, they were roaring at you, like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I suppose some kids liked it. I didn't like it.
I know, I was psyched out as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I definitely. Yeah, I remember we had one coach as well that was just mad. Like, he just the roaring he'd do as well, but like just over the top, like shouting, like, you know, cursing out the kids on the team and stuff. But like part of it was like that was part of the. I don't know, the fun as well. I kind of like that part because I hate it with all the other ones, but this guy was so over the top where it kind of like becomes funny. Like,
Okay.
Like your man in like with the Unbelievables when he's talking to the kids about the match.
Yeah.
Do you remember that skit?
No.
Or he's just like fucking John Kenny's pretending to be a coach. And he's
Oh
just, like,
yeah,
roaring at
yeah,
them.
I
It's
do
like,
know it actually.
It's like you insult his mother, his grandmother.
Yeah. It's mad. It is a really.
He
cool
hits you,
sport.
you hit the ground.
What was it? Yeah, because that was always what I found mad. Is like, you know, when you're going in for the puck, it's like, do we rather than, you know, if they're swinging wild, it was always getting closer, like because like getting closer to stop the slap at Hurley. And I remember just thinking they were mental. They were just trying to get you to fucking sacrifice your life. But I remember one day I actually tried getting in closer, and it actually worked.
Works, yeah, it does, yeah,
Can't get the swing.
But yeah, that takes a certain leap
I
of
told you,
faith, doesn't
I
it?
was terrified for ages.
See that lad swinging wildly, go in right beside him.
Yeah,
And you'll be safe.
So you won't get hit.
But you gotta be quick.
It's against, like, I'm pretty sure we've evolved to think otherwise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like against evolution.
I
Yeah.
remember in school I used to always accidentally play dirty. Like I wasn't trying to like fucking hurt
Yeah.
people. But it's like I'd always be playing kind of defender, kind of somewhere like in the backs, kind of. And like I'd go to get the ball off someone, and I'd be running after him. But sure, I'd put the hurley around to get the ball, but sure, I end up hooking their fucking leg and just trip up people the whole time.
Yeah.
And I never meant to do, but I just never thought far enough ahead. It's like shit, I'm actually going to end up fucking busting this fella. Like,
I was
Yeah,
like that with soccer as well. I was just so shit at it, like that. I'd end up taking the legs from under them when I was aiming for the ball, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. I used to that's like on FIFA, so it's different, but like I hate FIFA and all my friends would just play and they hated it. But I was still always winning because not always, like just before people that know me would like say call me out.
Send in a letter.
But a lot of time I would win because I would I just kept pressing the literally box, which was a slide tackle button, and it just kept fucking them up. But like and I was half my players were getting sent off, but I was still like getting one fluky goal then, and what works like I don't know
So
at the end of
stick
the
to
day.
that strategy, yeah.
do you call square box?
I don't know. I'm talking. Yeah, PlayStation. What did I say? Press square. I would have said square.
Oh, you said box.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. That's weird.
I have lovely memories of tapes. My father taped Munster finals and All Ireland finals.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Galway 1987. Galway replay,
Yeah.
and the next final,
Class.
and putting on the old tape there, like
Video.
they put videotape on.
Yeah,
We sit down, we look
you
at the
were
tape
high-tech.
and Nicky English and
That's cool. Yeah.
Cool.
And
and it was important,
Yeah.
really, it was real important.
Class.
And were you?
Don't touch them tapes, don't tape over them ones.
Yeah.
You know.
And were you influenced? What were your family a hurling family or anything when you were growing up?
Probably the previous generation, whereas I was flaky. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, there was value in it. Like this was
Yeah.
important,
My father's, they're definitely on their side. My mother's English, so they weren't as hurling inclined over in England. But but my father was Irish, grew up Kilnall and played hurling as younger. And I'd say he probably could have been more like about going to hurling, but then I think he served enough time in the army where he thought there's other things. He probably went to the army for a long time, and I think that's why we were okay. It wasn't like they liked that we played hurling, but they never once tried to like force us to play hurling or be like we have to, because I say after you see wars, you're probably like fuck it, like
Right,
there's probably other things out
Not
there.
Agro.
Yeah.
One of my favourite things about like hurling in general though is actually like any of the times they show in All Ireland on like some international broadcast like in Canada or
Yeah.
America, and I just go onto Twitter whenever I hear it's happening, And the comments from people like it's always like I haven't a clue what's going on, but I can't stop watching it.
Yes.
Like how is nobody dead yet?
Yeah.
Like, for people who've never watched the sport, it's just pure bizarre. Like they're just like everything's moving so fast, and it's just like how the fuck is this fella baiting the ball this way up the field, and some guy's jumping up and catching it?
It is a mad
Yeah, it's
sport.
fucking thrilling. Like, to watch,
It is
you know?
like even you were saying about going in like cold morning, like you'll catch a turf slitter coming at you, and you know it's gonna fuck up. Like you're gonna bust your hand, like and then like.
I remember the old slitters. I don't know. Like we took them apart when we were kids. They had lead in them and twine. They were just heavier. Do you remember those yokes? They were stitched together leather things with a ball of lead in it, and it was wrapped.
A ball of lead.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was a ball
flat-
of turf.
No, it was flat bits of lead, kind of bent in together, wrapped in brown twine.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I have seen those things. I know what you're talking about.
But
like,
they weight the thing when you catch it.
Well, I've childhood memories of a fucking hard joke.
Yeah.
Weight.
Just
Heavy.
Yeah.
You know?
the hand and you're just
Oh
crying.
man.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
hands would be frozen off you going down on the BMX, and oh man,
Yeah.
it just hurt you.
No, I think the modern age, the ball is more water repellent or more.
Yeah.
Spongy.
Yeah, there's a bit
Yeah,
of
it's
like
like-
life in it, like, you know.
Yeah. Like,
Probably can't use.
So, you know, the ball isn't
They use
fucking.
turf first.
yeah.
What?
Do they still use turf first litters? Like,
I didn't
Or they
know
No,
that.
I don't think so. They use like I've seen ones taken out. They're nearly like I don't know what it is.
So, they had cork in them.
Yeah, cork for ages. A lot of the ones we were getting, we were younger, still had cork. It was 50-50. We were there for the switch over. I don't know what the stuff is, but you ever see them out with some people take off the thing and it's like a white ball of like bouncy plastic. I don't know what it is. What would it be?
The handball alleys
TV.
now in St. Patrick's College.
Okay.
I've gone up there a few times. I mean, they're lovely kind of thing to do, you know.
Oh,
Yourself and
yeah,
yourself
yeah.
up to the handball alley, and we're just belting it away there, and you'd be having the chat, and you'd be
I never used it, actually. That'd be cool.
Hurling ball, yeah. That's
And-
very good.
well worth doing, I think.
Did you ever do handball? That's a GA thing, isn't it?
Oh,
Never did.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had to go for a minute, probably up in the CBS. But I saw lads doing it, right, with a tennis ball or whatever, the handball alley or whatever.
Right.
But I don't know.
But wasn't it used to be way more of a GA? It
Oh,
wasn't.
definitely, yeah.
But
yeah.
yes,
why
why?
GA is in charge of handball in Ireland?
Yeah.
But so why?
I don't know why it's not as kind of.
I
Yeah,
think
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I remember the way people sort of talked about it, even when I was younger. It was a bit more talked about. Now it seems to just I don't hear much about
I think
handball.
it probably depends on the location, because like GA is in charge of
Yeah.
the score, and like in Drum growing up, like the score was like a fairly big thing. Like, as in like a lot of people in school would have done the score or at least been asked. to
What's
do
the score? Is that?
Oh, it's like
Singing.
it's like the most
Yeah.
it's like the most Irishy fucking like talent thing you'd watch. It's like
You're
there's
singing.
loads of
You're
different
singing for
categories.
drum and inch, like, aren't
yeah,
you? You're,
you have like
Really?
you have,
you know,
like,
you're.
you have different categories. You have like
Oh, so now
solo
like
song,
county matches.
ballad
but-
group, novelty act. So it's like a short play. There's question
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
so it's like quiz, like kind of quiz. But like in drum, yeah, that was like a thing. I went to it every year, like, and I remember then talking to people from Thurles, and I'm like, oh, you know, like the score, and they're looking at me like
Yeah.
you, like, what's the score? It's like, Jesus, mental. That it's like,
That is mad.
Is
but
Tug of
that's
War-
all run by the GA as well. Like
Is
they're in
tug of
charge
war
of
a
the score.
thing with that as well?
That's
no.
mad. Wait, tug
No,
of war.
no.
No, that's his own thing, is it?
Oh, it
Tug
could
of
be.
war. Wait, tug of war.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't feel it is like. I feel that's more of a gimmicky carnival type.
Right.
Why? Because
Well, it's a legit sport as well, isn't it?
Then do you ever remember Juvalu? And do you know when Juvalu sponsors Sarsfields?
Yeah.
Do you ever go up to those fun days? Do you remember them? They were up
Well,
by
yeah.
side the stadium.
Yeah, in Sarsfield's fit pitch. Isn't
Yeah, the Jew Valley and
Yeah.
Sarsfield would do a fun day together. And I think they would do like Sarsfields against some of the Jew Valley staff in a hurling match. It was just, in tug of war, it was like Jew Valley staff versus trained athletes. I don't know.
That
Do you
sounds
ever
exciting.
think
Yeah.
about the fact that tug of war is one of the few team sports without a ball?
Is it? No way.
Try to
Is it
think of a
not
team sport without a ball, like, or like a puck for hockey. You know, like
way?
almost every team sport.
Yeah, wait, what?
Has a
Surely
ball.
there's one.
I
Ooh.
can't think of one now to eliminate
no.
your theory there.
What about like?
There's definitely more, but like it's one of the few ones that
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
familiar with, like that you think of straight away.
Without a ball.
This is now where like this goes up and
Can you
I-
think of any? Is there others? What about like?
No, but like I know full well we'll put this out now.
Yeah,
and
it'll be
someone will
relay
comment
race.
straight
An
away.
athletics
I mean,
relay,
like,
that's
most
what I was
obvious
thinking, yes.
fucking thing ever.
Well, like car racing, like isn't that? Because that's a team
Without a
thing.
ball.
Yeah, the grand. Yeah, there's without a ball.
But it's kind of it's a different kind of
It
team
is,
sport.
yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
separate people.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird. I know what
Kind
you
of-
mean. Like actually, all hands on deck, like at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Sailing, baby.
Yeah, hands on deck. Yeah, it's sailing. That works. What? Oh yeah, like rowing.
Oh, Jesus,
rowing. Yeah.
Okay, so we've narrowed it down to it's one of the few team sports played on land. Without a ball.
Without a ball.
Reclassify your
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, and with a rope. if anyone is going to suggest,
It's one of the only team sports played with a rope.
I'm bad. Yeah. Skipping. Oh shit.
I don't think skipping's a team sport.
Skipping relay world championship.
Yeah, you'd have a few in, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do
It's
that.
like the hurdle races, but there's just like people with skipping ropes. You can run, jump over the rope.
And the songs that go with that too, isn't there?
I
No
think
way.
so.
See,
Yeah.
the olden
So you have
days.
a bit of music in there.
Oh
as well.
yeah, we could do that. We'll do that. Are you going to do that up on the table at the end of this?
will.
We'll sing a
I
song.
don't care.
Actually, can any of you actually skip? Because I fair
Yeah.
can't.
I can't.
I'd say
but
poorly.
Poorly. Yeah, me
I'm
too,
one of those people that like I swing it down,
I
it
love
slaps on the
skipping.
floor, I jump
So
over.
you can
it,
kind of
swing it
skip
again.
away
So it's
continuously
not-
there
Yeah.
Right, no, I'd say I'd falter after 10 or 20 kind of.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
like,
You know.
I can't even do one. Like
Yeah, you'd be grand. You.
I think.
So you've a little rope there again.
Yeah. We'll give it a go now in a minute. You'll be fine. If you finish that Bushmills, I guarantee
Just
you,
drink off the bottle.
no bother skipping.
Clearing the rope, yeah.
Confidence just goes way up.
Yeah.
one of the only like kind of weird talent things like in those kind of hobbies that I can do is. Did you ever see like the Diablo or Diabolo? Whatever?
Oh yeah.
Where you have like the kind of. It's like an egg timer shaped thing on a string with two sticks, and you spin it around and throw
Throw
it
it
in the
up.
air.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
circuses
love
and
them.
shit.
I'd be fairly good at that.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen you do that before.
for
You're good
like
at it.
throws, like I can throw it a good. I don't even know how many feet in the air, and I can
Yeah.
catch it. It's one,
That's
like
class.
the throws are actually a lot easier than they look like.
You start doing the drum. That's the kind of thing.
Well, that's
you know,
the
we're doing
talent.
the drum circles thing, which we talked about in the first episode. But like that kind of stuff, you have that ad as well.
I
Like,
think we
Oh,
should
the
have
circus.
Little
unicycles
trickery.
as well.
yeah. Or if we can just get a load of Diablos to lay out for kids to pick
Yeah.
up, and that's cool
We
stuff.
do unicycles. while we
I
do
went.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know someone with unicycle.
I went to a
That's-
mad thing before,
that's-
like
yeah,
it's
that'd be
like-
cool. What's
I
sorry?
I went. It was a fair mad thing I went to before just because the whole circusy thing. Like it's like it's called a renegade, and it's basically imagine an open mic night, but it's for like circusy people. So like
Okay.
like the place we went to Dublin, it was like you turned up, there was a load of like couches, chairs, and mats. It was like in this galvanized room.
Okay.
I think this is a great idea.
And you go in there like, and everyone's just like brings their own drink and they're drinking, and they have a couch.
Start.
They have a couch at the top of the room, and basically that was the cue. So you go up, you'd sit there if you wanted to perform, and if you performed, you
mad.
either got like a shot of tequila or like a chocolate brownie, if you weren't
I'd
drinking.
love that.
But like it's like you'd get like so some guy like one of the days I was there, there was like a couple went up like well not they weren't like together, but they were like a duo like.
Yeah.
And they went up and they were doing like fucking acrobatics and stuff. Like, and they were like doing all this mad stuff. But then like your man fell and your one just caught on the spot, jumped, grabbed the rafter. He steadied himself and
Whoa.
she got back down. And then someone else could get up and do Diablo or hula hooping or anything like. It's just pure.
So cool.
It's pure mental.
that is mad. I'd love
Juggling
to try
everything.
that. Did you get up and do it?
No, I wasn't confident enough at the time.
But you couldn't do the Diablo in there. Was there a big split? Could you get?
You wouldn't do throws, but you'd be able to do the other stuff like. But
Yeah.
One of the coolest things I saw someone do was a guy Chris. He hula hooped while playing guitar. So he had the guitar up here. He was hula hooping,
Jesus Christ.
and he sang. Do you know "What's Up" by Four Non Blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sang that song while playing guitar and hula hooping. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. Like.
That's bizarre. Like I thought Bob Dylan playing the harmonica and the guitar at the same time was good. Like that's whole other level. Like
That's good, yeah, because I think at times the karaoke, the music is sort of a one-dimensional thing, whereas that's very visual.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, you could be just
That's really
drinking, you're
true,
looking up
yeah.
and some lad's juggling there or standing upside down or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's,
You don't see
Unbelievable.
many one-man bands anymore. You know the guy going around with the drum on his back and
And the
he goes like
guitar
that.
and the
Oh,
pedal.
yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Do you know that? You ever see that guy Pat? What's his name? He comes around with the puppets and the.
Oh yeah.
What's
I know
his
that.
name again?
I know.
Slattery?
It could be.
Your man's
Is it?
down the bottom of the square, yeah, with the little.
He's from
Oh no!
Waterford.
And he's
Comes with all
no!
the puppets.
A Kerry
and stuff.
man, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Kerry and living in Waterford at the moment. Yeah, he's cool.
He's a great man.
Like that, I love that.
Great
stuff.
spirit, like.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him up here on.
I messaged him about coming on. He said he would actually.
What,
But
would he
that
go?
was back when we were doing Zoom. So
Would you do tomorrow's Thursday thing?
probably would come on for a drink. He like, yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever? That sort of just reminds me, just like he's just one of those guys that like found a thing and loves it. Like even though it's like something that I don't know, it's just his and personal. Like I always think.
Yeah, well, there's something very romantic and kind of amazing about that.
Yeah.
I load up the puppets again and we go on to the next town. you know?
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, have you ever thought about doing that, Stevie? Loading up the puppets.
Them are the dreams, Stevie.
I've made puppets before. But
Oh, have you?
yeah.
You made him.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. I made one as well.
Good crack.
Why are you making puppets?
For art.
Okay, right. Sorry. Something I don't know about.
For company.
For company, yeah.
I knew.
It's like a great quality to have if you want to be like a future leader, you know, like you have to be able to pull the strings for people, like so. You make your own puppets.
You're doing
You're
practice.
practicing,
Yeah.
Every TD in the country has done it, Kieran. Like, if you ever want to be a politician, you have to start making puppets too. Like.
That's true. Yeah, I wonder could we ever implement something? You know, you're talking about like people coming down in matches. Can we integrate that somehow in this? Like, is it a case of getting like someone on from each team? So if it's Cork against Clare, get someone on from Cork, say, sitting there, and someone from Clare sitting there, and whoever, if it's the two of you're mediating and say like, but do you lads, now do you actually hate each other, or is it just over? And you could get them to be friends.
I think we get them to smack the heads off each other and see who wins, and see would that predict the hurling result.
Yeah. Is there a correlation between
just for science? Like.
That could work. Science research.
Yeah, I'd say it would work. I'd say the odds. It's just trying to discover the odds, wouldn't it? If one of them could smack the head off the other, the confidence of the team.
Maybe actually. I kind of know what you're getting at.
Two panels that have watched it.
Yeah, I'd say it wouldn't be a 50-50 anyway. I'd say we would predict, and then we could gamble on the strength of that.
It's like I know, Paul, if an octopus could guess the results of the fucking the matches of a few years back.
Wait, what's that about? What was that?
Do you remember Paul the octopus?
Paul, that
it
was
it. The World Cup in Germany. There was this octopus that guessed the results of every match.
He was always right, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
That was his signal.
He put like A or B, and he was in a tank or something. He'd go over to whichever one was going to win.
And he got them all right.
Yeah. He was Paul. Is he still alive?
I don't know.
They live a long time, those lads, don't they?
Yeah.
Ladbrokes.
How would you reckon the lockdown hit him? Like, it wouldn't have been as many big matches going on there for a while. Like, Paul the octopus would have been out of work.
Well, how did they discover this? Like, okay, like, what was the? Because obviously they put stuff out in front of him, but why did they do that in the first place? Like,
what was the first thing they got him to try? Like, how did they matches? Like,
how did they discover that? That's so confusing. They just like I don't know.
It's like daytime TV, and they ran out of things to say, and it was like, "Oh, I've got an octopus." It's like, "Grand, what do we make him do?"
Yeah, like this octopus. So you just put an octopus in the tank, and he goes over to some random letters, and all of a sudden you think you're going to bet your house on it. I'm gonna go and think that lad's betting money on Germany, and I don't know. That's weird. Fair play to him though. But you see that there's a documentary about an octopus or something on Netflix.
Yeah.
You watched it? I haven't seen it, but it's about a man who falls in love with. Maybe not look, but like he loves.
Yeah, no, but there's a love dimension.
Yeah.
There is a love thing about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How I learned to love him, or how I.
Yeah, because he disappears or something. I haven't seen it now, but I can't remember what it's called.
I saw in the paper today or something about this woman who fell in love with a monkey in China.
Oh, really?
She's Irish, like I think. Yeah.
Oh, right.
She's not watching. But she had
that's cool.
A relationship with this monkey.
Yeah.
And the people in the zoo barred her from the zoo, and she was devastated.
Oh, right. Okay, so she wasn't living with the monkey. The monkey was in the zoo.
The monkey was in the zoo,
and she developed
a love,
an
attachment.
That's weird, yeah.
And they banned her from the thing. So even though her and the monkey have this relationship that's going on quite.
But like, is it weird? Like you know, I love my dog. Is it dog? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it
I have
weird?
no idea. I kind of only read the headlines, kind of just said, look.
Yeah.
I can get to the know.
I suppose it's closer. It's marginally closer for comfort, isn't it? Like the kingdom.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the monkey's views on this whole thing, or were they even consulted?
That's true. Like, was the monkey in love?
The monkey has been protesting ever since. Won't perform.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Yeah, monkey. I've seen some. Like, there's a page on Instagram. It's all just really bizarre monkey videos, and they do some mad stuff.
Even in the zoo when you're a kid and you see the monkeys doing, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Mommy, what are the monkeys doing?
They're alive.
Just get shit and fire at you.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. It's the first time we've probably talked about monkeys in a pub before.
I suppose,
Yeah, it's good though.
Sure, you never know.
Yeah, it's the
Mouldy
Badger. But whatever you hear in your normal pub, it might be a bit different here in the Mouldy Badger. I do love that name. Is it okay to stick him?
There's less people to scowl at you, or to kind of.
We need to make up an
There isn't people walking through going to the toilet.
Being like they're talking about loving monkeys. People are so judgmental. But what about
make up an old sign, throw it on the walls? Everyone.
I was thinking, could we get an actual badger that's deteriorating.
I've never seen a badger in real life.
Oh, yeah. Dead on the road.
Yeah, I've only seen him dead in the road.
Same.
Yeah.
I know they're nocturnal,
recently.
like, so you'd have to go out at night to see them anyway. But like,
Yeah.
We'll get next time I see a dead badger on the road, I'll pick it up and we can put it up there.
Jesus Christ. Imagine, yeah.
I
That
saw
was,
a stuffed badger in the ag science room in school.
So,
What do you think of that? Like stuffed badger? Just what's it
don't know.
called?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy. Yeah.
Did you ever go to the Dead Animal Zoo in Dublin?
Oh, the national.
Natural
Yeah.
history
I was in
one.
there.
Yeah.
That was a bit odd. It was kind of cool, but still a bit weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit bow. I thought that too. when I
would
was
you ever
young.
get
like-
your dog stuff? No.
No. Well, I don't. I wouldn't, but I don't know. Well, no. Would you?
Yeah, it's a little,
I don't know.
Would you?
yeah, I'm just looking at it like. I mean, it was done, wasn't it? Like, well, they were stuffing wild animals most of them, their pets, weren't
yeah,
they?
They were, yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to actually keep this attachment with your once loved animal like that was once.
Let them rest
You have to let them rest. You can't keep them zombified, kind of.
Did you ever Google it?
the way they be looking at you. Like, when
You should Google
So
really
bad.
bad
Oh, man.
taxidermy. It's so funny.
I know.
Like when you see like there was this really famous one a few years ago that was going like viral on the internet, and it was just like someone had like stuffed a fox, but they did it really badly, and you just have like this fox sitting on a chair like this, and it looks like pure just demented or like pure just
Yeah.
withered, and like just the idea of like someone being that bad at taxidermy, that's like this was a real animal that died, and now it just looks
Now
like
it's this
creepy. It's
pathetic.
the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Yeah, that's all bizarre. Oh, when you were asking that question, would you do it? I thought.
No, I wouldn't know.
Would you?
No, I think you've made a good point. Like,
Yeah, no.
What about a fish? I've never
In
seen
my
that.
granny's house, there used to be a kind of a creepy glass case with owls and shit looking out.
it was a pheasant. We had a
Yeah,
pheasant
yeah,
at
that
home.
kind of stuff.
That's
yeah,
mad.
yeah. Had you one? Had you?
Yeah, I had a pheasant.
And
Yeah,
I think the whole thing was a bit. And in my
Oh,
other
yeah.
granny's house, then there was a fox, a stuffed fox up in the sitting room.
That's
I think in our granny's house. Yeah,
it is mad.
It was like somebody shot the fox or something and then got
this
stuffed.
is a matter of pride, like, or whatever.
Oh man.
We killed this.
Yeah, it was mad. It was
I don't know.
decorate. I mean, I don't know. It is. I know you're saying like you're
Where
saying
that fox is gone. I must look from.
really.
Yeah.
How? Yeah, it's
Is
weird.
the fox behind them or what the hell? I don't know.
Isn't it funny how like stuffing animals isn't like normal, but if you were to stuff like a human, like how fucked up doesn't that sound demented? Like it's psychopath.
Yeah,
But it's grand.
that'd be bad crack.
I think this is the distinction we're making. You know, that
Yeah.
when it's wild,
It's wild. People
it's a
seem
sort
to
of a
be okay.
symbol or something.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's
Even like even heads. Remember, like there'd be stags' heads on walls and houses and stuff like that.
That's
Sure
a bit
is,
weird,
yeah.
like.
I still think it's weird.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a thing of a time though. Like, you know, I don't think it was weird then.
no,
At all, like,
yeah, no.
yeah,
It was like
So mad, like.
prosperity or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
or, you know.
yeah. I mean, it's still like a lot of cultures. It's still like that. Like, you know, going for the elephant's
Even
tusks.
It was a caveman thing. Like I can imagine cavemen
Okay.
coming back with a bare head.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
"Here, look what I got. I
We-
fought off this bear."
Yeah, we were afraid of this, and now we've done it.
Yeah,
you know.
warn the other bears. Like
The
you
other
know.
thing that's really bad looking is like where they do these hunting things in Africa and they shoot whatever they shoot and they sit and get their photo taken.
Yeah.
That shit's mad. Yeah.
Oh man, that looks so bad now.
But a lot of times there's a lot of rich fucking
Yeah, yeah.
white American.
And
guys
it's really
going
weird
over.
because like people are like, oh, I'm so proud I managed to kill this lion. It's like, yeah, you killed a lion from a distance with a sniper rifle.
yeah.
Where's the skill in that? Like,
yeah?
so
it's
there's not even
mad.
any skill in it. Like, it's literally just you just killed this animal so you could sit on it and put up a picture on Facebook. Like,
Yeah, imagine liking face.
I'll show the fucking 100 rounds they shot off first. I missed.
Yeah. What? I've never seen any taxidermy. Am I saying that right? Taxidermy.
yeah,
Fish. Is that a thing?
they do.
It'd be kind of interesting to see a
Didn't they have,
fish
like, a-
out of water. Like,
yeah.
do you know?
Still.
in the animal zoo in Dublin,
But
didn't
not
they
too
have
still,
like
like-
whales and fucking.
They do, yeah.
Oh,
you would have
I think
fish
they
on
did,
on
actually.
a thing on a plaque on a wall. You'd get a stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd be on a board. Yeah,
yeah.
And then you can put electronics in it and make it sing.
that's
Yeah.
the lad. Yeah.
Why, who thought of that at first? Like, what bizarre.
It just seems like they just threw a lot of random words into a hat and they pulled them out and it just said novelty singing bass. I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. It's weird how that stuff just becomes. I don't know.
Would you go shooting animals, Kieran,
No.
if you were bored?
Well, okay. Well, I didn't think about that.
Bored and on drugs. Well,
No, I definitely wouldn't shoot an animal either.
You
would you?
you might.
What, shoot animals?
Yeah,
No, I wouldn't, man.
would you not?
No.
No, I like, cause I wouldn't. Going fishing, that's a kind of a recreational thing, peaceful pastime,
Yeah.
But if the fish came up on the thing, I'd be kind of, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I just want to put it down and run away. Like,
Shot a Calor Cosin gas bottle once.
What's that?
Shot a Calor Cosin gas bottle
I
once.
don't know. What's that?
With
like a gas bottle, yellow gas bottle.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
down in a Stevey, guy shot a gas bottle.
No way.
It was trying to get away.
Yeah, with this gun that
Trying to get away.
with this big.
Was it? Did you think it was empty, or was it?
We didn't know what it
Full?
was.
That was a deer.
It was it was down in Innishteig, so there was a gang of us that had all these illegal guns, I think, and they were like, it was kind of a party-ish kind of a thing. We were all out drinking all night, and they were saying,
Lovely.
you can go shooting in the morning. I was going, all right, okay, and I'd never shot anything before. I was terrified of playing with these guns, especially we were all so delicate. And there was a little rifle first, and I had to go with that. That was fine. And then they had this gun for shooting seals or something, and they were saying like the bullets are 50 quid a bullet or something. Big thing, but you had to lie down to shoot it.
The silver bullet killed them.
Over on the other side of the hill, you could see this Calor Cosin gas bottle, and that was the thing to shoot that.
Because it was the only thing you could see. You didn't know.
Well, I think
it was
they
a
left
colour.
it there. I don't know.
Oh, okay, right.
It'd be a good colour and to make a noise.
You'd squeeze it really slowly, and
was it a
so
scope,
satisfying.
like a rifle
yeah,
scope? Like.
Yeah, and then it hit the bottle and all this. You could see all the gas coming.
And did you
out.
see the explosion through the scope, or did you look back before
I
it?
don't remember. I just remember being terrified.
That what was there?
And I remember just
How do
having the bottle on the crosshairs and trying to do as gentle as possible, so I didn't get this kick off of it. And you're lying on the ground, and it was such a satisfying because I held it nicely, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And just but I remember watching other people doing it and being terrified, saying, "Shit, I didn't even want to do this." And the whole thing was a bit stupid, really, because I'm sure somebody was going to shoot somebody else. You know what I mean? By
Yeah.
by the
It was a toxic mixture.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Everyone was dying and delicate from drink, and
God.
so shotguns, handguns, that
Drink.
steel thing, and everybody was having a go, and I was saying, like, can we not get a bit more organised here and just like
Yeah. Can we?
create a line or something?
Right. No.
Right.
It was just a mob
Of
of people
shooting.
and weapons.
Yeah, weapons.
You've lived an adventurous life. There's always like you think you know everything, and it's just like the story you say is if I tell a story about like I don't know hurling or something, you just tell one of those stories.
I know, it's horrible.
And like I've never heard. It's
and
funny.
they looked at me like, what kind of an idiot is this lad? He's so terrified of the whole situation here. But it was right to be terrified.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it sounds like it. It sounds like you've every right.
And it was, oh, sorry, you were there. Oh, sorry, this kind of thing going on. No, fucking don't be sorry. Get away. Get away from me with those stupid guns. Yeah, shotguns. Yeah, we did the clay pigeon thing. That was
That's mad.
interesting.
I've never done it.
Would a lad just throw a thing up?
There was a yoke for throwing it, like a
Right.
thing that he pulled the string and went up and that was
That's
fun.
mad.
But yeah, because I got over the big fucking seal gun thing at that time.
So you were ready for any caliber or any.
yeah.
That's mad.
But I still don't like them. I don't like handguns. I don't like any of that.
That's all a bit frightening, yeah, but I suppose that's the excitement.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Have you ever shot a gun? No.
Yeah, I've shot like a rifle, yeah.
No, yeah. Just kind of a target thing, or
Exactly. Fruit, a selection of fruit.
all right. What was it?
Purchased in the shop and then set out.
Like a watermelon. or
Orange,
that?
apple,
Oh wow!
banana.
So got the precision you need, like for that.
Yeah.
Jesus, fair play. Did you get it?
We got it, yeah. We compensated, kept getting closer until we got.
Yeah, that's mad. And is there like that kickback? I don't know. Obviously, in movies, first few time people shoot a gun, is that like just, you get busted? Like,
if you don't do it right, like.
did you do it right?
I did on my first one with that seal gun. The second time, not so good.
Was this the same day or?
Yeah, same
Okay.
day.
You ever hear when lads don't believe that that's like a thing, and they just like pick up a shotgun with one arm
Bang.
and shoot and
Bang.
dislocate their shoulder.
I
Like.
know.
Oh, they think because in movies they can just
Yeah,
Woody
they-
Harrelson. Da, da, da.
Yeah, they just like but they're apparently like. I think I saw a video years ago of some guy doing it with a shotgun. And like literally just one hand just like bang, and it's like whole arm just.
Oh, you fucking. That's so silly.
No, we were in Amsterdam and we were at a stag, and we went to a kind of a bar, and there was the attached shooting range. So this was a professionalized setup of your thing.
Yeah.
So this was the business model, like bar, have your drinks, go in and shoot the pistols. So it's
America.
actually.
Yeah. That's mad.
I already had the fear from the drink without the guns. Like, you know, where you get the absolute fear if you're up all night drinking and.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It'd be enough. Then you have guns. You wake up.
You were already spooked and spooky.
Somebody's going to kill someone here. Yeah.
That is a weird. So you're doing the hungover nearly.
Yeah,
That's even
we're
worse.
all hungover, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
And then there's some people so hungover they wanted a couple of cans to try and take the edge off.
It's probably Jesus.
No.
That is a weird one. Yeah. God.
So fishing, I'd say you've fished now.
I haven't. I would like to. Wait, I've tried. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I fished, but I've never caught it.
Right.
We used to go
the honest
fishing as young lads, down by the river, down by it's a good place to go. Down by the old swimming pool, you know, down there. We never caught anything, but we used to go down there to smoke fags.
Yeah.
And lie off by the.
Yeah.
Water, you know, tell the parents we're going fishing. We go up to the Mouldy's, get a bag of chips, eat the bag of chips, stay there with the fishing rod, and you could smoke fags. Just talk nonsense all day.
Yeah, that's my whole thing of fishing as well. It's just been we've just relaxed and drinking cans, so it's more of an excuse to.
Yeah, I was fishing, and this lad knew what he was doing, so he caught a fish.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
And,
You're one of those guys.
Yeah,
They're
and the fish
rare.
came up, and then you take out the pliers, and the fish is still alive, and you tap him on the head with the pliers.
Yeah, gentle tap.
Yeah.
What did you say? Murder?
But the tap that was sufficient to put him away, like. You know. So again,
couldn't be resuscitated or anything.
No, just grisly business, like.
That's mad. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Kevin caught.
Wait, what?
When we were going down to Body and Soul, that was it.
Oh, French Kevin.
It was the fucking nicest meal I've ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, well, I was there when that was probably done him seeing anyone catch fish. Actually, we had a guy like living with us, French Kevin, and we used to live in a field for a while and like camping, and then we met a guy up at Body and Soul Festival, and his name
Brought him back to your.
Yeah, his name was Kevin, and he was French.
Wasn't his name not even Kevin? It was like
No,
Kelvin.
it was Kevin. What's his second name?
Was it not like
Kirk?
Was it not like Kelvin or something?
Oh no,
similar?
it's Curvin.
Curvin, yeah.
Yeah,
Kevin, what? Burke.
French Kevin.
Burke.
Yeah, Burke, call him that. And
One of the Burkes of France, I'd say.
yeah, the Burke's in Normandy.
Yeah, is it a Norman named Burke?
Yeah, it could be actually.
Maybe.
But I'm pretty sure I don't know what the hell anyway. But yeah, he yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, he was mad. He was like he knew Ireland better than I did anyway because he caught fish. We stopped at we were going down to, it was good Townlands Festival, wasn't it? We were going down to Townlands Festival in Cork, and we left our home that we graciously invited him to stay in, which was just a field, and he stayed there. And for a while we lived there, and then we went down to Townlands Festival in a van. About 5 of us in the back of his van drinking, and while him and another lad were in front. Were you in the front? I don't know. But anyway, we stopped. We had no control. We were just in the back of a dark van. We had no say on whether we were stopping. So, but we would stop now and again. And the first time we stopped twice. First time we stopped, Kevin's like, get out. Then we jump out of the van with Kevin, and he just pulls out the fishing rod. Just this bridge that kind of fucking. He gets into the water, didn't he? Yeah, he was standing in the water, I think, and just caught a fish straight away. And then the next stop we pulled up, he starts digging into the side of the soil, pulling out spuds. Like, I swear to God, it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Like, in the side of the road. Literally, the side of the road.
Kevin.
And yeah, there was loads of weird shit. It was so weird. It was so, and I could actually go back to this spot down in Kerry, I think. I think it's in Kerry. I could go back to this spot and show you. It was like nearly a tourist viewing point by the beach, because me and him went snorkeling 10 minutes after he picked the spuds beside the beach. It was the most bizarre thing ever, and I was like, this lad's French, like, you know, that's why, I don't know. Like, if we'd had him during the famine, he'd been like, you know, he was finding spuds where they shouldn't grow. Like. And yeah, carrots. It was as if like someone had rang him and said, or as if he grew them years ago and he remembered or something. I don't know. It was weird because there was a big English barrier with this guy we lived with for a while, and that was why it was interesting.
Yeah, my dad was talking about Thurles last night again about being the centre of the universe.
No way, what was it?
Yeah, it's just that the French, the Germans, everybody, because it was the centre of everything, used to meet here before they built the castle in Kilkenny. What the hell was it again? I don't know anyway, but it was.
Because the Galileo, like that, like middle of Ireland was sort of seen as centre of the universe.
Yeah.
Multicultural place.
Yeah. And
what as in just island nation and
on the old school flat map, Ireland being in the middle between the western and the eastern world, kind of.
Information on it. Was it the Normans or who was it? Somebody got 1 million acres or something like that. Was it?
It's mad. I'm not sure. Yeah, it could have been.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. And basically, but they used to all meet in Thurles. And then that stopped happening after they built Kilkenny Castle.
That's mad. That's what was there.
So
they
like
started meeting there.
1000 or 1100.
Is that where-
That's why there's so many castles around here.
Is that where the whole Tip Kilkenny rivalry started? Like it was like,
Could have been, yeah.
You took our meeting place away from us.
Yeah.
So we're going to invent a sport and try bait you at it.
Do you remember when we were working up at Ed Sheeran's gig up in Galway, and Ed Sheeran's one of the production like managers is in transport kind of stuff. He was like the Northern Irish accent or something, and I was taking shit out of the truck, and he like goes to me, he's like, where are you from, boy? I don't know the fucking accent. Sorry about the accent. Don't offend anyone. I don't sound like Shrek or something there. Like,
where was that accent from?
Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, it was just like, where are you from, boy? And then I think it was could have been Scottish. It was a weird accent, a mix anyway. And I was like, Turles, and I was like, and before I was like starting to explain where Turles is, and before he just stopped me and he slapped me in the back and said, Turles, and he looked to the sky as if it was being recorded in some like Mel Gibson movie, and he said, the fucking center of the universe, like that, like.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck?
He knew.
I was like, yeah, he knew. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. He knew. And I didn't even ask him. He just kind of fucking went on. I didn't have to ask him like why. Like he probably never was even there. He just knows like.
He knows it's the centre.
Yeah.
Was that the time I went up as well with the thing?
Yeah, that
I
was
actually
you were gone. It was I stayed there that later.
I never
came back
even
the
looked
next
to
day.
get paid for that. I remember you were meant to ask them for the money. I forgot about it.
Oh,
I
really?
ended up just going working for Ed Sheeran for free.
Oh really? Yeah.
Why don't we just send Ed Sheeran a little reminder? How much do you owe you, Stevie?
Yeah, his company in Ireland.
No interest in
Calling
adding
out.
that to it, you know.
Roughly.
What was that, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
Probably about 3 years ago. Yeah.
So Ed, if you're watching, Stevie hasn't been paid.
Yeah.
Bad times.
It's actually an Irish company. So.
Stevie isn't told yet, yeah.
No,
Much was it?
I was meant to go online and like request money, but I just forgot. But the experience.
I'm gonna be honest.
the
This company
experience
don't
of
make it easy for people to get paid. I'm not gonna start. I had a lot of experience with them, but I'm not gonna
The
start.
experience of being up there and seeing
Yeah.
a gig that size put together. It's the first time I ever seen it. Like that was worth it. I didn't mind it.
Don't give them that, man. That's what they
I
want.
didn't even do that much work. Yeah.
They want people to not ask for. They want.
And I
That's
got-
what they do. Like it's pure.
I got to
shit,
carry
like.
one of his guitars, which is pure mad because when we were unloading.
Oh yeah, I
stuff,
remember you.
they
Did,
just
yeah.
handed me the guitar. Like I was just carrying it the normal way I'd carry a guitar case, and I looked at like someone else carrying the other guitar, and they're holding it pure carefully, and I just suddenly dawned to be like, oh shit, yeah, this is like Ed Sheeran's guitar, and I'm carrying it like pure lackadaisical as if it was my own. Like,
You walk off. There's your payment.
yeah, I should have just left.
I got a pick at Rolling Stones. I was leaning on the same company as well. So, but yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. I was leaning on the Rolling Stones, like sort of SUV type thing at their concert. 'Cause I had to go under the stage when the gig was over, and I was just like sitting like against this black Jeep or whatever, because you couldn't really see where it was massive. It was in Croke Park, like, so the stage is huge, and when you're beside it, like you can't see on top. So we were right at the stage. My thing, I had to go under with a few other lads. We'd plug out some of the stuff underneath this massive stage. It's weird. It's like being underground, like. You'd imagine like underground, like in trenches and stuff like that. Like it's really bad. You walk around underneath the stage. Anyway, I was sitting on leaning against this black Jeep, the only black Jeep backstage, and then all of a sudden I heard someone say, hey, we're going to leave there really nicely or whatever. And then I looked beside me. It was literally the whole fucking Rolling Stones like getting into the car that I was sitting on, and I was like, oh fuck. I was like, they're done. So I jumped straight up on stage anyway, because to see if there was any. Yeah, and I found a guitar pick where Keith Richards was, and right where he was standing and stuff like that. But like there's a friend of mine as well, like none of that stuff really means anything to me, and I'm after losing it, and I think there's people angry at me now, so because none of that.
Well,
Kieran,
you don't lose things.
Yeah, well, yeah, I probably.
Did you lose something?
What?
Did you lose?
Oh,
I know that's my thing. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I
like the
got
house
lost
keys
this
and
thing.
stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
although
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was-
with the house keys.
yeah.
Where were they? In
I can't remember. Oh, they were in
the
the
t-shirts,
t-shirts.
yeah.
Yeah.
what's funny is someone else could have found that, not known as Keith Richards' pick, and they're just playing with it and they've no idea.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a home in Oakfield anyway, and but I don't know, it's just a normal pick. Like, do you know what I mean? I already had some, those grey ones.
Yeah,
That's all they were using. That's all I could see it as. I don't know. It's cool though. Like, I don't know. It is cool, but I don't care. I was just playing with it. I don't know. Have you ever? You've met some. Did you take pictures of David Bowie?
Yeah.
This is mad.
Jesus.
Yeah, I went to see him in the Olympia back in '93, I think it was, or something like that. And yeah, me and Donald then went around stage door and saw him getting out and just took loads of pictures of him getting into the car. He was with a man and drove off. And I only found them there like a week or two ago when I was looking for a picture of money I got from Frank McKevitt. So like really clear, good picture.
That's mad.
Boy getting out and getting into the car and the wife. And he's just waving at everyone, giving them the top.
You find that picture some stage, we should put it up on.
Yeah, it's easy. I know where it is. Yeah.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
I met Ray Davis after a gig in the Olympia as well. He was sound.
In the Kinks, isn't it?
Kinks, and chatted to him for ages afterwards.
And you have a signed album inside.
I gave him a record sleeve and to Hugh from Ray Davis. Yeah, it was framed up.
There's loads of people that use some mad signature.
Ed Harcourt, I met him as well. He was like friends with my flatmate or whatever in England. And
who is he? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
a singer songwriter guy.
Yeah, right.
I've only ever met one like kind of famous person, really, like Dave McSavage.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I messaged him about coming on the podcast.
I was up in Dublin and we were going to like a gig, Wee Banjo Tree, and whatever venue it was at, we were there early, and like we were just kind of standing outside. And next thing I just saw him sitting on the steps with like his son or someone, and like he was just literally just having a normal conversation and stuff. And I was like, oh, I have to go up to him. And I just went up and started talking to him and got a picture of him and stuff.
That's mad.
What was he like?
It seemed fairly sound, like kind of chilled out, like, and he was just asking who my favorite character was out of his skits, like, and I was like,
oh, very good.
Did he ask you that?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
he was going for it.
I just said, what's the barman, like,
I love him, the
Mick,
the bull Mick, like,
yeah.
I was just like, well, you know, him being from Tipperary, like, I have to appreciate the like how over the top tip accent he went for, like.
Yeah, that's really cool. Do you know Reggie Watts? He's like, I don't know.
Wait.
Yeah, he does a comedian type of.
The guy with the big hair, like.
Yeah.
No way, you didn't meet him, did you?
I did but like this girl I was in the class with, we were working on stuff together in the course, his best course in Ireland, and this is why, because we were doing work experience at the festival, it's festival management course, and we were like doing stuff together or whatever. But then she was asked, like, we were doing a lot of arts liaison shit like that, and she was asked to hang out with him, and she was asked to go on all together now. She had to go bring Reggie Watts onto the Ferris wheel. So just her and him up onto a thing, like, I think there was someone else with them, I'm not sure, but like, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That's like the type of shit we were doing in that course. Like, it was a really good course. Like,
I had to think about every second, making sure I see the right person. Like, I
was like, why? I thought you'd know him straight. You were obsessed with that.
I was just doubting
Mark Ribble. Mark, am I saying his name wrong? Probably. Ribble, yeah, those crew, like, they're all teaming up.
I love Reggie Watts. Like,
he's genius.
Done some mad stuff. Like, he did that song, was it Fuck Shit Stack?
Yeah. He's really funny. I was saying, John, earlier, I said it on the podcast this on Friday, but I'll say it quicker here. But like, Ken Doherty came to Thurles before when we joined Ursuline School Angela, so I was in like first class. And Ken Doherty came to like meet us or whatever, to meet the school, and we were all outside, and Elvery's was beside it. So the Elvery's and the school teamed up to do some sponsorship. I think Elvery's got Ken Doherty or something. Maybe that's what it was. But Ken Doherty, you know yourself.
Snooker man, yeah.
Yeah. So Elvery's gave us, they wanted Ken Doherty to come around and sign something for us. So Elvery's graciously donated loads, hundreds of mini rugby balls for us to get Ken Doherty.
How appropriate.
It's funny. It's so
you all presented these rugby balls to Ken Doherty.
And I remember
offered them up to him.
And he signed them all. But
do you remember the actor Stevey Cullen? No. I don't know.
I'm not seeing the head now.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I got him to sign toilet paper when I was younger.
No way. That's mad.
Anything I could find.
Paper, nonetheless, yeah.
He did. He was nice about it.
That's class. What was that?
I was in a hotel down in Wexford. He used to be on Glenroe. He was Uncle Peter on Glenroe, and he was in loads of old movies. What was he? Was he in Father?
There's a load of Cusacks, isn't
there?
Yeah,
he's like
Sinead
Cusack. Father. He was really good. He was a really good stage actor. I think he was. He'd always be fumbling or something. He'd steal every.
I can't remember Uncle Peter.
Yeah, but he was a kind of a fumbler and he'd stutter and on stage he was. He had really good stage presence. So somebody could have a big scene and all eyes would be on Cyril Cusack because he'd be like
fucking around there.
Whatever. Yeah, he was brilliant and he was a brilliant actor. But I met him down when I was a kid. Like he was on Glenroe at the time. We met him in a hotel down in Wexford.
That's mad.
And all I could find is a bit of toilet paper for him to sign. He did.
He
was with some woman.
He had no problem with that.
Wife or his girlfriend or something.
You'd like that. You'd like to be handed a piece of toilet paper.
I would as well.
Yeah. And he signed it with the marker. I know what I did with it, but yeah.
What is like that? So don't they get people when they have their kids, they get the Pope to sign their kids and everything. Like that's mad, isn't it? It looks like it. Like
Mark the child, Byron.
It just says like Pope, but it's cool, like graffiti writing.
Pope was here.
Yeah. 2022 2K12.
We met from Alabama 3.
Oh yeah, me and Owen have fought. Yeah, there was Bob Dylan and David Gray in Alabama 3. Do you know the Sopranos?
Yeah.
Do you know Alabama 3? Yeah. That crew and the main guy from that. Me and Owen met him, and I remember. Yeah, I was in Limerick in Thomond, and there's a picture of me and Owen and him in the middle of us. Like we were tiny, like we were kids or whatever. And but like he like I think my mother did my mom shout up or something to him. He was up on some balcony or something, and he jumped down.
No, we didn't see it. He climbed
Or
the
he
stadium light, and it was like after there was just loads of crowds, and we were like, what the fuck is going on? We didn't know for ages. Like we didn't know until after.
Yeah.
The stadium light fell off, pissed drunk, broke his neck.
Oh,
in
that's
two places. It was like it was a broken neck, but it wasn't like as serious as it sounds like.
But no, there was even a time before that he was like up at the artist area, which was like in Thomond Park, and he like fucking jumped down like so maybe that's probably why he's mad like, and he jumped down like from the thing to just take a picture like when, like he just was seeing us or whatever. I don't know what the hell happened, but yeah, he was up there with this crew probably off his head.
They all had the mouse, the mice masks.
Yeah,
that's cool.
They're a really good band though. I love them.
Like good fucking 10-15 foot drop.
Wow.
Not that high, but
Yeah, it was.
No, I
mad.
have vague memories of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was madness like that.
yeah. Did you met this? Do you know Afro Man, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is a mad. This is mad.
So we used to, I was in Starkville, Mississippi for a year as a student exchange, and it's a dry county, it's kind of Baptist area or whatever. So there was supposedly no pubs. So there was this place called Dave's Dark Horse, which is like beside a petrol station, and you go in a door like my door here, down a long corridor for ages and ages, and you arrive into this pub called Dave's Dark Horse. And there was this guy there with him and his mate. So he had a drumming machine and a bass guitar, and fuck it, we weren't really into it. Anyway, we went there one night and we thought, oh fuck it, whatever. Then we discovered he was there like every fucking Friday night. Every time we went there, it was him. It was Afro Man, and it was like
he's a famous rapper, like
bumps, whatever. And well, he wasn't. He obviously wasn't because
no, not then.
Yeah,
like,
we're
yeah.
like, this is show. And we're going. Oh, let's hope they have a bit of music or something. Oh, fuck it, it's Afro Man again. Every fucking time we went, it was stupid Afro Man.
Well, it was just challenging, kind of. And
what was bad about it was he was giving it all. And he'd come down into your face and start singing into your face. And it's all right once, like, but every time you go to the pub, this fucker is going to be singing into your face and bop, 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 bop into your face. And you're going, come on, Afro Man.
Thank you.
Like, we're having a chat here, would you ever fuck off? And so this is good. Afro Man and his mate with the bass, and I was over there with a lad, and there's a lad from Cork, Steve, that we used to go up to this place, and I was going, oh fuck Steve, it's fucking Afro Man again. We see the stupid poster outside, he's gonna be singing into your face. Anyway, I came home then and I was on the phone I said, Steve, you never guess. He said, what? He said, is it Afro Man? I said, yeah. I said, did you hear it? He said, yeah. He had a big hit with it, Because I Got High.
Yeah.
Oh, that was him.
That's him.
More than wide hit. And I'm just thinking, that gives me great hope for everyone, because like if that fucking each,
this is absolutely,
can get massive. I know he was hiding out in Dave's Dark Horse for fucking the whole year we were there.
Did an overnight type of like.
Bang.
Yeah.
He was just. It was in a movie, I think, that got him, wasn't it? But in fairness, now he wasn't who was he asking.
Yeah, it didn't. It was like a cheap.
Was Jay and Silent Bob or something?
Yeah, I think it was.
I can't remember.
Like
Something like that. Some stoner.
Yeah, so he had that larger knife commitment.
Yeah, he did.
In Dave's Dark Horse, up into your face every
Steve,
Friday night.
Yeah, me and Steve,
that was his thing. Like,
me and Steve were the only ones drinking pints, and fucking Afro Man is kind of just joining in the conversation with it.
That is so bizarre. It's actually mad. Like,
I was going, oh man, I thought that Egypt would never get away from. Now he's after following us.
Like home. I have like nearly all his songs on my phone. Like, and I'm just I like love it.
Oh.
You're not happy with that.
Like Cold 45.
Do I play some?
No.
You ever heard them?
No.
Yeah.
Like Cold 45.
I think they're genius. Like I just I don't know. What is it? Oh.
2 zigzags.
2 zigzags.
No, I like that stuff. It does. It gives great hope that you should act larger than fucking life in an obnoxious, almost irritating.
Definitely.
Just fucking eat it alive.
Wait, so being irritating makes you famous. I'm sorry. So
just go for it, like. I'm on the right track.
I was a dickhead.
What's something what do you think would be the weirdest thing to be famous for that you possibly could do?
Oh,
Maybe not weirdest, doesn't have to go like that, but like kind of like, I don't know, the most obscure, abstract. Like people get, Jackson Pollock? Is he the guy that
Jackson Pollock, yeah.
shitting on paintings and
No,
shit?
he didn't.
No.
Jack the Dripper, they call him.
No, I think everything was like splatters. So like that's why people refer to like diarrhea as a Jackson Pollock.
Yeah.
Oh,
splatters.
oh, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't just shit on a campus.
No,
This whole time I saw people, because there's artists that
But
do
he
that.
used to,
wow.
in England used to do that, but Jackson Pollock used to put fag butts and everything into his paintings. I saw a couple
I
of
thought he
Jackson
did
Pollock.
blood and shit like that.
He
Maybe
put like crease suit and stuff like that, and then you could see fag butts and stuff in them as well. I saw a couple of real Jackson Pollocks in it.
Yeah, I can see
really?
the art in fag butts, like waist or kind of like.
Yeah.
What's your one's name that the unmade bed? What the hell is her name? She would put shite and stuff into.
Tracy Emin, is it?
Yeah, and blood. And, what's his name?
maybe.
There's something about kind of just fucking, waste. So like stuff that's grimy shit.
Pete Doherty used to paint with his own blood.
Wait, what?
Pete Doherty, like from the Libertines, he used to do little paintings with his blood. Used to be sick.
That I didn't know though. But why is it sick? Like I don't know.
All the tribes, all.
Yeah, I just think of like tribal times when they're putting blood in their faces and stuff.
I suppose, yeah.
Is that weird? I don't know. Like when I would in my head I'm like I thought in my head putting blood on canvas is weird, but for some reason when I imagine like those tribes putting blood in their face, why don't I see that as weird?
Well, as well, like if someone painted with blood and they just like, or if someone painted with red paint and they just turned around to you and said, "Oh, it's blood," you'd be like, "Oh my god, that's disgusting."
Yeah.
Like, it could still be red paint
Because all those cave paintings and shit, they were
you have no idea, like if just because someone says it's one thing, fair enough, painting with your shite, you'd smell it, like.
yeah.
But like painting with blood, like you wouldn't actually know. It could just be red paint, like it could be some fucking other pigment, like.
That's true.
Yeah.
But Pete Doherty was kind of unhitched from normal life.
He
like,
was a bit,
in the same way as maybe Afro Man was.
Yeah.
Just giving it.
Those people always end
giving
up
it out.
making it in the end.
They were pretty committed, like he was pretty committed, yeah.
It's
like,
not qualified by your reaction. Like.
They didn't give a shit,
yeah.
Can you ever think there was a time in history where someone was over the top and committed to such a small thing and it doesn't end up working? Do you know what I mean?
But see, if it didn't work, you wouldn't.
Everyone else.
You wouldn't know about those people. So like.
Yeah, everyone else.
So
but don't they stop at some
tried.
stage? I feel like if you don't stop, eventually it just inevitably happens. Is there anyone still doing it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I had a couple of weird friends in college that were very committed to mad things.
But they still doing it.
Who was that?
Because Afro Man could probably.
Fella who used to go on to the, like Eurostar and Pop Idol and stuff, and just used to do scissor kick. Do you remember that now? Do you know the guy I'm on about? He used to be on early Irish TV. There was this guy who would always audition and he just do like big scissor kicks.
Take one, no, like.
Aidan Walsh, the Master of the Universe, but he did become famous, so.
Okay.
In a way, he was.
He's on the Eurovision. That's kind of.
No, Eurostar. Like.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's
it was
who
like
did it,
the
isn't it?
Irish X Factor thing. Like it was like the winner of Eurostar would represent Ireland in Eurovision. Like Mickey
That's
Joe Harris
weird.
won it. Like.
Oh yeah.
That's.
Come on with the scissor kick.
He used to come. He was on it a few years. Like I just remember, like he just do these big scissor kicks. Like, I don't even remember if
Were
he
they
sang.
Yeah. Well, it's, it is weird. Like, who's talking about again the other day? Obviously, we talked about on the first episode getting Dustin the turkey on, and I mean, it just comes up randomly now and again. But the fact that like Ireland had a turkey on representing him for the Eurovision
shopping trolley.
Was he?
It's the only time I've ever watched the Eurovision and I've heard people boo.
Did they boo for him?
Oh, jeez, they booed
Yeah,
like
they could
crazy.
sense
shit,
the kind of
like
stain
they
or whatever.
really
Like
did
the
not appreciate that at all.
They take that really seriously. They think they're brilliant, like, don't they?
Well, actually, but a weird thing I read before is like, people were saying like, why is it that Ireland can't win the Eurovision like and all these other countries do? But one of the reasons actually is like when you look at a lot of other countries, they're sending like people that they think are like really, really good. They're
like opera singers.
Like this is an up and coming act in our country. We're sending them. Whereas Ireland a lot of time just sends like people. It's like sure, fucking this person I've never heard of that.
I agree.
Do you know Ireland doesn't?
Jedward and Messon and shit.
Well, Jedward, that's what they were famous.
Jedward
like,
were good.
But like what I mean is like
Jedward.
You know,
They were,
They
I
were.
know.
I liked it, Jedward.
But it's like, you know, like just say like Bono's son and Inhaler. Like Inhaler are kind of an up and coming band. There's not a hope Ireland would ever send someone like that to the
know.
Eurovision.
But then I agree with that. But then my whole thing, I think give out about Dustin. But like, why then is every year winning at that stage was like these Icelandic or Norwegian death metal bands?
No, that happened 1 year.
Was it? I thought it was a few years
What was
ago.
it?
No,
Lordy or
that was
something.
Lordy. Like, that's the weird thing. Like, a lot of people talk about the Eurovision. They're like, oh, sure, it's always this, and they'll have some category in their head. But like,
But I've only ever watched the one.
yeah, I know. But when you look back at the winners, it is it does vary a lot.
They
Like.
won, didn't
Yeah,
they?
communions. I remember when we were younger, for some reason, communions used to fall. So like, I'm a year older than Owen, so my communion was on, and then the year after. And I remember, we didn't have much, like, we just go back to the house for our communion. We weren't going out to pubs or anything like that. I'd go for a pint, but we go back to the house for potatoes and sandwiches and that kind of crack. And we'd go back in the Eurovision beyond, like, my mother's friends would be there, my father's friends, and watching the Eurovision.
Class.
Then I think we were betting money on it. I don't know, I can't remember. But then the year after it was Owen's as well. I don't know if it was a communion or confirmation, but
Well, that would have been the heyday, like after all the wins, like
Yeah.
Kavanagh and all that.
Yeah.
You'd be,
yeah.
Johnny Logan.
yeah, so you'd be kind of waiting for another bit of glory, like.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Did you were you saying you got money for your confirmation?
Mm.
Did you get money for your confirmation?
Not as much as everyone else in my class.
For the communion though. I got for communion, but
Oh,
not for
yeah.
confirmation.
I got for
What's
both,
that?
but
That's
like,
the,
Yeah.
But
the whole
he's
thing.
I got for he said you got for communion and confirmation.
yeah,
Oh, I'd say
Yeah.
the money.
I
was,
only got for communion.
I got for both. Like, but
Confirmation, but we got way more. Communion was way more because
More
I don't
lucrative.
remember getting
I
anything
could
for
never
confirmation.
believe it.
his relatives were like, "Oh, I don't mind giving this 12-year-old. I'm not giving that 15-year-old anything." Fuck him.
Oh, we were only 12. We were only 12 getting a confirmation, and we were
Yeah.
7 getting the communion.
Yeah, younger getting
Yeah.
communion, but
You were
I
that much
never
cuter
got-
then, Owen, or
Yeah,
at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like those people in my I think I got 200 or less both times. But those people in my class,
Yeah,
getting
around
home
that,
6
yeah.
to 800 quid. Like,
Man, I
Wow.
people
I was like,
getting
what the
up to a
fuck,
grand, like a grand.
What?
Up to a grand. I've known there was a couple of people talking about getting a grand, which then was mental.
In our,
crazy, man,
our
yeah.
thing would be 100 quid you get. You'd be doing well, like.
Which even with a grand, even when, I know say when I was younger, currency was, but even like it has changed that much that like you could get a fucking good laptop for €150, and then they would still have all that money left. Like I think I got like a shitty laptop with the money I got, €150, whatever it was. I can't remember.
Communion.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think they're bad, like the whole giving money to community kids. Because I felt like a fucking pimp. Like I was going around with fucking an envelope with like fucking 50s and 20s.
Love.
I felt like
I
a
felt
pimp.
like a boss. Like,
Yeah, right.
But then
fuck I want, like,
a lot of kids then as well, like a lot of kids then they get like loads of money for their communion, and it's like they're allowed to spend some of it, and then the rest of it goes into a credit union
Yeah,
account.
and they forget about it. Yeah.
For the parents to drink.
yeah.
And then there's chloroform over their mouths, and they go to sleep and they never remember. You know, like in Men in Black, they have to press that button.
Yeah.
They don't remember the communion money. Chloroform, yeah. Chloroform is that the stuff that grows in fish tanks, or is that algae? I can't remember.
Algae, yeah, you're constantly battling the algae in the fish tank.
Alright, you fish.
We have a fish tank at home, and it makes me feel a bit uneasy.
Really? Why?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
that, here's this fully sealed environment that it's your responsibility to make sure it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
toxic.
That is man.
They're in there,
And they're suffering.
subject to your neglect, like
Oh shit.
as the green kind of builds up in the water.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah, it's
That is tough. Should we finish up? We're going for an hour now. That was interesting. We'll see how it comes out anyway. It's a bit of a tester episode. Yeah, it's weird. In the Mouldy Badger.
Yeah, sure, we'll see you all next week in the Mouldy Badger.
Hey,
Yeah.
Charlie. Hope you're watching.
Yeah.
Need a bell for last orders there as well. when we're
Oh
finished.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wait, what?
Just saying hello to Charlie.
What is Charlie? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Hello, Charlie. I'm not sure who that is.
Hello, Charles.
Yeah.
I want to know more about the foreigners meeting up in Thurles.
What foreigners?
The
Oh yeah.
the
find out about
intercontinentals.
that. Yeah, will yeah.
Because that's a sort of
Yeah.
Uh,
Wait, what's this?
I want to know more about that. That's
yeah,
like
the French and Germans and all that. They used to all meet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think
to give a bit of context there.
Well, are we finished? Yeah.
oh yeah, historically
We're
like yeah.
finished. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time we'll find out when I'm back.
Yeah, right. And yeah, sure. But yeah. Wait, did we say bye? Did I do that?
We
I
did.
don't know. Okay, right. So we're done. All right.
Closing time. Last drinks, please.